The following is from fall 2010, Math 112, Test 3. In this part here, I will do number 11 and number 12. Both of them, if you see, are for order of operations, which is a big deal for me. Okay, now let's start. Number 11, we will compute the following. We have a grouping symbol here. We have exponent, division, and subtraction. What we will do, based on those operations we have, we'll do the grouping symbol first. Okay, I will do 10.6 minus 11.8. Now we know that will be negative, right? It will be negative, and I will subtract 11.8 minus 10.6. That will be 1.2. So the difference in the grouping symbol will be negative 1.2. And then the rest, whatever I don't process, I copy that down. What I will do next is squaring this negative 1.2. Okay. By the way, when you subtract, don't forget to use parentheses, because what we are going to do next is to square whatever the difference. Now the difference is negative 1.2. Okay, that's what we are going to square right now. If you forget to use parentheses, if you end up not using parentheses, then without that parentheses, you are actually squaring 1.2 only. Okay, which then becomes negative if you don't include the negative inside the parentheses. Now here, because I'm squaring a negative number, we know that will be positive, right? And then how to square 1.2? We will look at the numbers only for now. 12 squared is 144, and then one decimal place being squared is 2 decimal places. Okay, now of course you can do the pancake 1.2 times 1.2 if you want, but if you happen to memorize 12 squared is 144, one decimal place being squared give you 2 decimal places, you will see that's good enough. Now as usual, whatever we don't process, we copy down. Then the next thing I will do is to divide. Because I divide by a decimal number, I will first move the decimal points to make it a whole number. I will move it once to the right, I move it once to the right, and rewrite 14.4 divided by 3 minus 5.6. Okay, continue with the division. Let's see, 14.4 divided by 3 give me 4 for 12, 8 for 24. Therefore, this will be 4.8 minus 5.6. Okay, and then 4.8 minus 5.6, small minus big, that's negative. Write down the sign first. And then I will subtract 5.6 minus 4.8. That will be 8 here, borrow 1, that's 0.8. So the final answer is negative 0.8. That's for number 11. Number 12. Compute the following. You have 4 times 0.8 minus 0.3 divided by 12, and 2.5 times 0.04. Now because we have multiplication, division, multiplication separated by subtraction and addition, therefore we can do this multiplication, this division, and this multiplication all at the same time. That's a lot. You can do it one by one if you want, but we are allowed to do all three same rank operations as long as they are separated by lower rank. Okay, the subtraction and addition. Now 4 times 0.8, how should that be done? 4 times 8 is 32 with 1 decimal place. Okay, you don't need to pancake that though, even though you can if you want to, but if you remember how we do the multiplication, you multiply the numbers first, you disregard the decimal point at the beginning, you multiply the number first, and then after that you see how many decimal places needed. Okay, and then minus what is 0.3 divided by 12. Now that one, let's do the pancake. 0.3 inside the house, 12 outside the house. 0.02 for 24. Let's subtract here, that's 60, that's 5 times here. Okay, so 0.3 divided by 12 is 0.025 plus, we will compute 2.5 times 0.04. Basically we do 25 times 4, which is 100, and then we see how many decimal places we need. 1, 2, 3, 3 decimal places. Okay, now next thing, we have subtraction and addition. Because they are the same rank and next to each other, we will do it from left to right. Okay, 3.2 minus 0.025, that's what it looks like. Okay, and then I will create dummy zeros to help me when I do the subtraction. And from here I really see that I need to do borrowing, right? And when you subtract, that's what you get, 3.175. 3.175 plus 0.1, right? 0.100 is just 0.1. Now then from here, when I add, I will get 3.275. Okay, it's not 3.176, no, this one here is on the same place value with that one. So when you do the pancake, you will see. Okay, you do it yourself. I don't do the pancake anymore for you. That's for number 12. That's from Fall 2010, Math 112, Test 3, number 11, and number 12.